Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel, and in today's video I'm going to be giving my review for It Was Always You. This stars Tyler Hines and Aaron Krakow. Uh, this is a movie that I had originally watched when it came on TV, and I guess I don't know if I just wasn't in the mood for it, if I just had too much going on to focus on the film. But when I had originally watched it, I didn't like it. And uh so I almost didn't buy the movie, but I went ahead and decided to give it a second try. Or went ahead and bought it because my friend Noah loved it. He said it's one of the best Hallmark movies they've ever made, and I do like Tyler Hines, so I thought, okay, let's give this another shot. So on a rewatch, uh, I loved the movie. Um, Basically, Erin's character is Elizabeth, and she is um, fixing to marry uh, Heinz's brother. Heinz's character's name's David. Fixing to marry David's brother, and I'm gonna set this over here because I don't want to hold it the whole time. And so they're going back to his Elizabeth's fiance's family home to get things set up, have a wedding shower party thing, um, uh, and uh, but you could tell in the beginning that her and her fiance aren't really compatible. He's very work oriented. He doesn't want to. He's very focused on his job. He doesn't like to travel because he wants to stay there to focus on his work, which he's a dentist. Um, and she's becoming more. She wants to travel. And David's character is the traveler of the family. He goes from one place to the next, helping out, doing what he can. And so, but he comes into town for the wedding, and once they get there, not long after they get there, Elizabeth's fiance has to doesn't have to, but chooses to go back to work because a patient needs him and only trusts him. So he ends up going, and when he tries to come back, the bridge is blocked, and so he can't get across. So he ends up having to stay back and just continue working. And so somebody has to help Elizabeth with the wedding planning. So that's where Heinz's character David comes in at. And so David helps Elizabeth uh, go through, pick out the music, pick out the uh, do everything for the wedding registry thing when they go through and scan everything, showing what they want. Huh? Just picking out everything. Flowers, everything. Just picking out everything. And along the way, they kind of rekindle something that they, a love, I guess you can want to say, that they had when they were younger. He, I think, loved her a little more, but because we see he had wrote her like this note and put it in a book, hoping she would find it, and she never did. Um, but by the end, she breaks it off with the fiance and ends up with David. But I like the way they did it because they don't end up with each other right away. They fast forward a year because David ends up actually leaving. Now, typically, Hallmark fashion, they stop the person before they take off and they get together. In this, he actually leaves and she can't stop him. So she goes on her own adventure, her own, you know, travels.
When you said that, it reminded me of The Hobbit. I'm going on an adventure.
She goes on her own travels and tour. And I think she goes to Paris or somewhere. I can't remember. And she comes back because her fiance is, or how is, the sister, David's sister and her fiance's sister, uh, she's getting married to the mailman because she finally, uh,
Oh, yeah, that's right.
because she finally, the mailman had a crush on her, but she wasn't giving him a chance. She finally does, so they're getting married. So she sends her wedding invite. She ends up coming back for the wedding, and that's when her and Elizabeth and David reconnect and actually get together. So I like that. It was different, and I really liked it. It was different. It didn't do the cliche stopping before he takes off and them getting together. Um, I thought the cinematography was really good in this. Really nice scenes at night and stuff with the lights and everything. Um, Acting was great. Chemistry was great. Uh, Tyler Hines brings such a great character, a great personality to the characters that he does. Such great energy. He brings a comedic aspect to his roles. Um, he's definitely my favorite Hallmark male actor. Wish he was in uh, a lot more movies recently than what we've got. I could watch him in every Hallmark movie, honestly, and I think he can make. Honestly, I think all these movies I've watched recently that I've given like 1 stars and stuff too. I think if you'd have thrown him in there, it would have at least made it very watchable for me. I mean, he does so great in his roles, and has such great chemistry with almost any uh, female lead that he's with. It always seems to be there from the ones. It's the stuff that I've seen. Um, I gave this movie a 5 out of 5. It's
Yeah, I've noticed watching him in these Hallmark movies, it just seems the the romantic parts of the movies seem more natural for him.
he just has this way on camera and with his acting that it just works, and he does so well.
A lot of people don't have that.
No, especially recently with Hallmark, especially Hallmark actors.
Yeah.
There's not many that you could put in any movie and it would make a great, or at least a very watchable film. But Tyler Hines is one that you can put in almost any movie, pretty much any movie, and it would make it either great or very, very watchable. So, I would highly recommend this one if you're into Hallmark.
I almost forget you're watching a Hallmark movie when he hits those moments.
Yeah,
It doesn't
because
feel like it. He seems more of a high end actor.
he brings more of a rom. His movies bring more of a rom com aspect to Hallmark films. For me personally, now some people may not see the funny moments, but I think films like Roadhouse Romance and It Was Always You, it definitely feels more like a rom com, and that's great. I love that. Um, but yeah, I wish we could get him in more mainstream titles. I would love to see him in like a movie in the theaters, um, or at least maybe a bigger rom com or romance movie that's not Hallmark. I think
I
he
think he could make it big,
deserves.
especially in the romance field.
Mm,
I feel like he would do really well.
yeah, I think he could. I think he could be a big star on the big screen if he would just if more people would just give him a chance and sign him other than just Hallmark. But he may love doing Hallmark. It may allow him to
Do
do the
other things
stuff.
he wants.
Yeah, do the stuff he wants to do. So he would rather do the Hallmark mostly. So, but I I love this one. Just another win for Tyler Hines, and can't wait to watch more of his stuff. I know he has another one that's going to release on DVD this year. I think this month or next month, I believe, or something like that. So, but I'll look forward to any movie he's in. If I see his name on the list, it's going to be a watch for me. So, and I'll be excited for it. But I believe that's everything for my review for It Was Always You. So please come like and subscribe, hit the bell to be notified for our videos, and we will see you all on the next one.